Jesus is my boss. My name is Sis Smith, and I love Jesus very much. Welcome to my YouTube, Mommy Talk, Mommy Sing. Trust that you will enjoy this session. I just like to share with you about the joy of the Lord that has been my strength through this 93 years plus that He has spared me to live. On many occasions, I have, first of all, say while I was in the West Indies, I have been quite ill, very, very ill. And in those times, I really had to depend on the Lord Jesus and look to Him for the strength. And surely, He has never failed me. As one song say, He raised me up so I can stand on mountain. And truly I can say, yes, the joy of the Lord has been my strength. I could rely on Him whenever a situation turns the other way or difficult, or I don't see a way, or I could find a way out, whether it was illnesses or it was other problems that I need help. He was always there. And I truly can say, at the end of the day, I can say to any person, it's wonderful to trust Him enough to have your confidence. When you're confident in the Lord, there is no failure in Him. And at the end of the day, you can give thanks that you really know what the joy of the Lord has done for you. And that I prove for myself. And I can introduce every person that is out there, whether you are not so sure. It works for me. It works for other people. And I'm sure He will do the same for you. Whatever your difficulties, whatever your setback, but you have to make your own mind up that yes, I have heard of this and I am going to try it and see if it works. And for sure, once you made your mind up completely, I'm going to try it. And you sometimes wonder, but this person is so confident. But whatever it is that you are encouraged, when we are encouraged to try and trust Him and allow the joy of the Lord to, just go through your circumstances, it's surely going to bring you out on the other side victoriously. And this has been my experience, and it has never stopped. In the West Indies, in England, just the same, the joy of the Lord has been my strength. And the main source when I get into difficulties is there to see me through. Trust Him. He will do the same for you. My experience during the 60s, where we were living at a place that had no bathroom. There was a toilet, yes, but the state of the toilet really, I was very wary of allowing my children, they were little, yes, but allowing them to go into the toilet because the hygiene part of it wasn't good. And so I had to buy what you call like a slab pail. It was like an enamel, it sort of come like a bucket, put it like that. It has handles and it have covers. So I had to use that for the children to do their number 2 and whatever. And for us as adults, we used to travel from Earnhill to Camberwell Green because there was a public bath in Camberwell Green. So we would go to that place in Camberwell Green to have our bath. And looking back, it was not nice because remember those days, the winter was extremely bad, where you have snow pile on the street for how long? It never melted. It was always there, big blocks, big heaps of snow, frozen, as ice. And yet, you had to go into those places, use the hot water, come out in the cold, and it's not that you come out and just go into your house. You had to travel all the way from Camberwell Green to Earnhill to get back indoors. So those, even though during those times, I could still have the joy of the Lord, that I was not discouraged. We still carry on doing our duties, serving the Lord, loving Him, and hoping that one day our change will come. And yes, our change did come from that same address where we had to go to the Camberwell public bath. We were able to make a move. The Lord provide a place for us to live. And that date, I remembered, it was the 25th of March, 1967, that the Lord released us from that place and provide an accommodation where we could hold the key to open the door and go inside this place. And it was like your joys just bubble up and burst when you find yourself and think, God, I'm going to be able to just go and have a bath and don't have to go out on the street to get it. Those times, because of the winter that was very cold, we had to wear layers and layers of clothes. And somebody maybe see you out the street and you look so big because of all of these clothes. You have to be padded up with how many jumpers and cardigans and gloves, and you had a scarf, tie your head. You couldn't go out there bareheaded. You have to tie like how the other nations have their head tie come down, tie the scarf underneath your neck. This is how we used to have to dress ourselves or carry ourselves those times to be able to, keep warm. And you wouldn't dare wear trainers in those times. You better not. You wouldn't get very far. We had to wear boots. We had to have boots for the winter. And there was something called chilblain. When you go out, if you walk in the snow and anything sort of cut your boots and anything like that, and the feelings you get in the toes, it's like they just start to itch and itch and itch, and you suffer for a while with a thing. And we used to buy something in the shop for chilblain, and you take it when you take the boots off, and then you wash your feet, and then you take the liquid and you rub it on your toes, and after a while it sort of, the itching cease. And I say this surprisingly, not so long ago, I was doing something upstairs, and I still find the container that had the stuff for the chilblain. I was very surprised, but it used to work. It used to work. And I'm saying, these days, people get away with nothing because they are outside with a flip-flop, even in the winter, and I don't know how they does it. But those days, you better get your boots, not even as near as a train, otherwise you pay the price for it. So this is to show you how things and time change, and also there was no, and those times there was a lot of fog. A lot of fogs were around, and when you walk on the streets, sort of, whenever the fog came down, you have to make a sound to let the next person coming in the same direction or in the opposite direction, they will know that somebody is coming, and otherwise you just sort of just charge into each other. It wasn't as violent then or dangerous like it is now. And thank God it wasn't, otherwise most of us most likely wouldn't be around. But the fog changes, and the buses sometimes, they used to have a man walking in front of the bus with some sort of a lamp, something that would give light to help to steer the driver where they were going. It didn't go on forever, but sometimes these are some of the experiences. And also when the fog, you cannot find, it's difficult to find your way if you're out at that time. When you do find the house where you live, you cannot find the keyhole. Somebody have to be waiting behind the door, and you would knock and say, whatever, I'm here, then they would let you in. So it was some, you know, some of us, we come from a very long way, but thank God, the joy of the Lord still remain in us till this day and forever. I would just like to talk about a song or a chorus or refrain, and the song is saying, there is something in my heart like a stream running down. It makes me feel so happy as can be. Something in my heart like a stream running down. And that, imagine when you're thirsty, you know, and you really need to have a cool drink. And whenever after you have that cool drink, you feel so refreshed. And so this is what this song has done for me at various times. Feels like something just running down inside my soul, internally. Not an external thing like when you go for a shower. They go for a shower. It's just shower the outside. But this song penetrates on the inside of my heart like a stream running down. And it's something in my heart like a stream running down. Make me feel so happy as can be, when I think of Jesus and what he has done for me. Something in my heart. Mommy talks, mommy sings.